I promised her I'd be okay. Way too tired of lows and highs. I guess today could be the day. Yesterday made me upset. Best if we go separate ways. There's pressure building in my head, but still some shit I never say. Maybe I misread the situation, or maybe it's exactly what I'm thinking. Lately I've been tired of staying patient. Don't need to say it, I just need some confirmation. We're running circles in my head, man, you can't even know the hell. I'm so uncertain about what's next, but I don't need to show you that. I see it working in your head, but you don't think I noticed that. I think the worst part of this is that we won't never show each other. I guess that's your decision. Fuck it, it's your life. Should I stay insistent, or should I let it slide? I think I go the distance and keep my head up high. Feel like I'm inches from the finish, but I'm nowhere near the line. Soon as my head hit the pillar, toss and turn, I can't man. I'm moving fast in this rental, rubber burning, finna crash out. Rubber bands make my hands hurt. Giving statements away to them fans, they is friends now. Maybe I misread the situation.
Alright.
Maybe it's exactly what
Alright.
Lately I've been tired of being patient.
Let's go, baby. Alright. Well, what a phenomenal day trading. It has been a phenomenal week. Honestly, phenomenal month. It's been crazy, guys. If you've been on the Kick live streams, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Things have just been amazing the past few weeks, past month. So we're gonna keep doing that. Make sure you guys are joining the streams live on Kick. I'll drop the link in the description below. Damn, that got me winded. I'm not gonna lie. All that dancing, all that moving around, I'm a little winded. But let's talk about the trades we caught last night, because I didn't even trade today. I did not take any futures trades. We managed a bunch of options positions, but I didn't take a single futures trade today because we made $1,200 overnight. I had no reason to take a trade today. Look at the price action during trade hours. Don't get me wrong. There's some good opportunities today, but look at this price action compared to all last night, right? Globex was insane, and we turned it on last night. One of my first real Globex sessions trading futures. Haven't really played too many of them. The ones that I have played haven't had much volume, right? So this is the first Globex session I've been able to participate in that's had like some decent volume, right? We got that FOMC print last night. We didn't really get a move. I mean, we got some volatility for sure, back and forth, a little to the downside actually, but overall, not nearly a move like we usually see during FOMC, right? And then Frankie on Spaces yesterday, I don't know if you guys heard, but he called it. He said, I think they're going to make the real move about 10 hours from now. That's exactly what happened, man. I got back to my desk last night, and I was watching this area. We were coming dipping down to this 700 area, that figure. I was watching for longs into that figure, especially coming off this impulsive bullish move in Globex. This dip, I was thinking they got to try and buy it at some point, especially off the 5-minute EMAs I have. We have the 200 EMA and the 233 EMP EMA, right? So initially, I was trying to catch some longs kind of right below this figure for some sweeps. Started to make a little bit of money, didn't trim out or anything yet, and kept getting invalidated. I kept getting stopped out on like 2 or 3 trades around this area, and I was down a bit. And then we came in to this low one more time. So we made a low here on MNQ. Where is that? 677. We popped up. We came right back into that low here. I was telling myself at the time, I was like, all right, it's like one more chance. I'll give it like one more try, and I'm probably done. And I'm so glad I took that last try. Basically, it is very simple, guys. Obviously, we know the impulsive move was to the upside, right? So I'm already anticipating that bulls are going to step in at some point to buy this dip. So we already have a bit of a bias, right? The trend so far is to the upside. We want to follow the trend, right? So that's what we were doing. We got the higher low. That was the key for me. We saw the higher low. I was like, oh, this is holding here. This could be good. If we get CBC flipping on the 5-minute or 10-minute here, this is going to be perfect, right? And that's exactly what we got. If you guys don't know what CBC means or what it is, I'll put a video up it should be like in the top somewhere. I'll also throw it in the description so you guys can find that and understand what CBC is and what I mean by it. But long story short, you guys can see we got the higher low on the 5-minute. We had CBC flip bullish on the 5-minute. Why did it flip bullish? Because this 5-minute candle closed above the previous 5-minute candle high here at 699.50. right? We got a candle close over that. So that with the higher low, plus the confluence of me knowing the trend is to the upside as of now, that was all the confluence I needed, along with the 200 EMA, the EMP EMA. This is also just a spot of liquidity, right? How many times have you guys seen us take this play on Spaces or on the live stream where we get this impulsive move up and we come right back down just above that area where we got the impulsive move for the higher low, right? That's exactly what happened. It higher load from this point here, and it also higher load here from this low here, right? And we got that 5-minute CBC flip on the 5-minute, and then I was really looking for it to flip on the 10-minute. That was what I was looking for ideally, and we finally got that. For a minute there, it was not flipping it. We got a decent candle and we got another 10-minute candle, but it wasn't quite closing above. It had me a little scared, but I'm glad I held out because it took to that third 10-minute candle to finally get CBC flipping back bullish on the 10-minute. And literally, guys, if you just held via 10-minute CBC, you basically would have held all night. And you know, with me and Maple Stacks, the way we play CBC is CBC kind of gets invalidated if it's trying to flip while it's into an EMA. So technically, CBC did flip bearish like here, right? On this candle. But for one, it's a doji candle getting bought up in a bullish trend, right? And for two, it's flipping CBC into the EMAs, right? So it's not necessarily a bearish thing anymore. So really, if you were following our kind of mindset, the way we use CBC, you literally wouldn't have sold until, I mean, let's see when CBC actually flipped for real. I mean, CBC still didn't flip until here in the trading session at 7:50 Pacific Standard Time. And even then, it was still into an EMA, still holding long. I personally had a big level at 20K, right? And I had longs at 704. That's 300 points to the upside. I had 20 M&Q contracts down here, right? I obviously didn't hold that whole position overnight. We scaled majority out, like for, I think I scaled the initial position for 35 points. I scaled 10 out of my 20, and then we scaled 5 more, like 30 points higher, and kept going with that until I had one runner left. And that one runner I held all night until 20K to make me an extra $500 with one M&Q contract. So it just goes to show, guys, you don't need a ton of contracts to make some money, even if it's M&Q. Literally, one contract, you catch a good move, can make you plenty of money, right? So funny enough, though, if you're following 10-minute CBC, it really hasn't gotten invalidated to the bull side quite yet. There have been some 10-minute CBC flips to the downside, but most of them have all been into the EMAs, right? Which is kind of invalidating the short thesis there for CBC. So this still looks like it's continuing to the upside. We're now 140 points above 20K where I sold. So, I mean, long story short, I actually left money on the table. I totally could have held longer via 10-minute CBC. Now, is it okay that I sold? Absolutely. One runner like that, though, even though I have a big level, I should hold it via CBC, right? But am I mad about that? Not at all. I made great money last night. I couldn't have been happier, right? We got the we got the account. It was a nice $2,800 there. We'll take that all day. That was an extra $1,200 just overnight there. I'll take that all day. Are you kidding me? Right? So, cheers to that. It was a great day. Well, great night, I guess. We were up all night trading these futures. So, it's pretty rare that happens, guys. I wouldn't look for that to happen every night. It's rare that we get this big of an overnight move. It was the fact that we had FOMC last night and then going into expiration for things tomorrow. Right, it's going to be, I'm not surprised that we got this volatility, right, with FOMC and then going into expiration tomorrow on Friday. So, phenomenal trade there. And it was very simple, guys. I mean, higher low, CBC flip, off the higher time frame trend, right? You guys will hear me say all the time, I'm always fading the short-term trend for the long-term trend, right? So, that's what we look to do constantly, whether it's futures or options. Also, along with the futures, our options positions are just absolutely cooking. Apple, amazing. Our calls are about to get in the money. Tesla, absolutely amazing, just cooking there. We got Amazon runners on still as well. Those got in the money. Meta is deep in the money. We're like $20 in the money on Meta. I have 540 calls. Just a phenomenal month. Phenomenal week, phenomenal day trading. So again, guys, if you want to see all the trades, all the executions live, get over to the Kick stream. I'll throw the link in the description. But I take these trades live in front of you guys every single day, especially the futures trades. You guys can see all these trades, the executions, the profits right in front of you on your screen every day. So make sure you're taking advantage of the streams and just taking advantage of the value that we're putting out there, because it's all for free as well. So appreciate everybody. Make sure you're liking and subscribing on YouTube. Show the support. And yeah, we'll see you next time, baby.